My life went like in The Wizard of Oz, where all the color was sucked out of it.
Rosie O'Donnell is going through a dark and tragic downfall, but shockingly, she told a media outlet that this is nothing new for her. But what's really going on with Rosie? Is she okay? What actually happened to her? Rosie hosted a beloved talk show for 6 seasons, beginning in 1996. She also adopted 4 babies. Now, one of her adult children is in serious trouble with the law. On October 19th, In Touch reported that Rosie had spoken out about her oldest daughter, Chelsea Bell O'Donnell. In Touch also revealed why Rosie spoke out, and you won't believe this. In Touch obtained a shocking police report after 27-year-old Chelsea was arrested for alleged child neglect. Chelsea's baby son, Atlas, was allegedly discovered living in filth near a pipe used to smoke substances. In Touch reached Rosie for a comment after Chelsea's most recent arrest. That's when Rosie sadly confirmed that Chelsea has struggled with using substances for a decade. Rosie did claim that her family was hopeful that Chelsea would find her way out of the disease of substance use. Rosie also took to Instagram to share an older photo of Chelsea. She captioned that old photo, "Chelsea is in the news today. This is a photo from a better time." In Touch exclusively reported on October 18th that Chelsea had been arrested 5 weeks before. She was holed up in a home, if you can call it that. The place was allegedly overrun with human waste, pipes, and garbage. The most unbelievable part of this report was that Chelsea's young son was found with her. On September 17th, Chelsea was charged with 4 felony counts of maintaining a place to traffic substances. She was also charged with possessing substances and possession of illegally obtained prescription medications. Chelsea is also facing 2 misdemeanor counts of DA and, most tragic of all, child neglect. In Touch revealed that the Marionette County Sheriff's Office overheard Chelsea verbally attacking police officers on September 10. She'd called the police to complain about the officers on her property. Chelsea yelled at them to get away from her. Officers on the scene reported that Chelsea's pupils were dilated. They began questioning her, and Chelsea finally confessed to having a verbal altercation with her boyfriend, Jacob Nellen. Shockingly, Rosie was right. This situation is nothing new. One of the officers on the scene reported that they could tell that Chelsea was not being honest at all. They alleged that it was a repeat of what happened a few weeks prior when they went to Chelsea's place because of a similar incident. After the officers detained Chelsea outside the home on September 10th, they discovered the pipe and substance residue in her pocket. Then the officers decided to check on the baby inside the home. What they discovered inside sounds genuinely horrible. In Touch reported that the officers encountered Jacob, but his pupils were so dilated that he didn't react to any sort of a light. Then they described his face and body. Allegedly, Jacob's face was sunken in and he was missing some teeth. The reporting officer claimed to have previously observed this type of impairment in people who have inhaled dangerous substances. The officer also reported the most disgusting details about the house Chelsea and her baby were living in. They saw and smelled rotten food and dirty, moldy dishes. The officers claimed that they found milk that stunk so bad it nearly made them throw up. Remember, a year-old baby was found in that house, and it gets worse. The officer reported dirty diapers and used hygiene products. They also found unclean underwear with blood and excrement stains and used razor blades discarded on the floor. But their most shocking discovery was yet to come. According to the police report, the bedroom designated for Chelsea's infant contained numerous used hypodermic needles, some of which were loaded with blood. Officers were also met with rotting old apples and garbage. There were random tools and butane bottles sitting on the floor, and shockingly, it was all mixed with the baby's clothing. In Touch reported that Chelsea's child was removed from the scene and handed over to one of Jacob's friends for the time being. But why isn't Rosie getting involved with the health and safety of her grandchild? Rosie's world is definitely crashing down right now. On October 29th, In Touch reported that Rosie is way over her head dealing with Chelsea's legal problems. In Touch's exclusive sources claim that it wasn't surprising that Rosie cold-heartedly turned her back on Chelsea. If you can believe this, Rosie allegedly has no intention of throwing Chelsea a lifeline. Shockingly, In Touch's sources claim that Rosie didn't even step up to post a $2,000 cash bail for Chelsea following her arrest. The guy who posted bail for Chelsea allegedly said nope when they asked him if Rosie helped out. One insider alleged that when Rosie adopted Chelsea, it looked great to her TV fans. Then, this source threw shade at Rosie, saying that she had no idea how difficult parenting can be. No matter how hard it was on Rosie to be a rich celebrity with 4 adopted kids, Chelsea has 4 kids under 6 years old. Chelsea's oldest daughter is Skylar Rose, born in December 2018. Then she had 2 daughters basically back-to-back, Riley in January 2021 and Avery Lynn in February 2022. Poor little Atlas came along in October 2023. In October 2024, Radar Online reported that Rosie's family torment was deep deepening. Jacob Barasa is the father of Chelsea's 3 daughters, and he is going to court to ensure that Chelsea doesn't have unsupervised contact with their children any longer. Jacob B. was awarded custody of their kids in 2019. Now his attorney is arguing that Chelsea has the potential of being both physically and emotionally harmful to his daughters. The good news is that Chelsea's daughters appear safer with their dad. However, the real truth about Rosie and Chelsea is still a nightmare. In Touch reported that Rosie is worth an estimated $80 million. Shockingly, she allegedly refused to pay a $5,000 bond when Chelsea was arrested on separate charges and thrown in Oconto County Jail. Then In Touch revealed how long this nightmare has been going on. The outlet claimed that Rosie and Chelsea's relationship exploded in 2015. Chelsea was 17 when she first ran away from home. She was later discovered in the den of a 25-year-old man's house in New Jersey. Allegedly, this man was a substance dealer. A year later, Rosie allegedly complained that all her teenagers were a nightmare. Whether she was joking or not, Rosie called her kids horrible. She said that she constantly had to remind herself, I actually do love children. After she became famous, Rosie's most serious relationship was with Kelly Carpenter. Together, Rosie and Kelly adopted Chelsea as a baby. In October 2009, U.S. Weekly reported that Rosie and Kelly were splitting up. The National Enquirer had reported that Kelly moved out of Rosie's home in Nyack, New York. When USA Today came to Rosie's house for an interview, they reported that Kelly was nowhere to be seen. Still, Rosie told USA Today, we're a family, we remain a family, and we're working on the issue. She also insisted that her sons, Parker and Blake, and daughters, Vivian and Chelsea, were her top priority. So why did Chelsea leave Rosie's home for good when she turned 18? Shockingly, Chelsea told an outlet that Rosie kicked her out of the house. Chelsea moved to Wisconsin, allegedly to be closer to her biological mother, Deanna McCauley. Chelsea dropped another bombshell about Rosie back then. In an interview, Chelsea accused Rosie of calling her mentally ill. In October 2015, CBS News reported how Chelsea spoke out against Rosie. CBS revealed that Chelsea had given the Daily Mail an exclusive, exhaustive interview. CBS confirmed it wasn't flattering toward Rosie. Chelsea spilled the tea on her allegedly messy relationship with Rosie. She made specific accusations about Rosie's bad eating habits. Mainly, Chelsea claimed to be deeply hurt by Rosie allegedly saying that she was mentally ill. Chelsea said that Rosie's accusations made people think that she was crazy. According to Chelsea, the real truth was that she had depression and anxiety. Rosie and Chelsea were allegedly spotted together in 2016, and sources claim that they were working out their issues. As Chelsea's life unravels, will Rosie really stay away and keep turning her back on this tragedy? Unfortunately for this estranged family, the downfall continues. But what do you guys think? Will the situation get any better for Chelsea and Rosie? Let me know in the comments below.